Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Mind if we stop by the waterfall on this trip? I could use a few moments to unwind.
Good luck out there. I mean it. Another successful venture. And you saved the day too? I wish every job was so win-win. Here's the pay. Let me know if you want another assignment. I got a new account for you. This one breaks my heart a little, because we got a mercenary here, but the good kind. He was an upstanding citizen. He took out loans, paid them on time, every time. And about a year ago, he maxed out his credit and vanished, leaving us with a sizable account in arrears. It took some digging, but we have the name of the planet he's on. Well, almost always they were business investments. New fancy sidearm, repairing a ship. Guy saw a lot of action. Often he was living a good life, but you hit setbacks in his line of work. We considered him a good investment, a decent, hard-working member of the community. There you go. Now, I know I keep harping on this, but go easy on the guy. Maybe he's hit some real bad luck. It could happen to any of us, right?
Chief Diplomat Yassine runs a tight ship at
You can't go in.
Private sector. Now that's where the
But
real
David's
money's at.
my friend. He writes me.
I hate to break it to you, but his PA's the one.
I bet whoever came up with bad news travels fast wasn't taking interstellar distances into account.
What's the point?
Of what?
This? Is it some sort of art? A Zen garden? What?
It's a communal art installation. It's supposed to look nice.
I guess. But I'm just saying, you could have a whole batball field or some food stands. Something useful.
It's always something with you. It's a playground too, right?
After an hour of whining, you're finally
told
out.
my parents.
There's slides, like right there.
I have mixed feelings about it. But sales are up significantly since what happened at the spaceport. People don't feel safe.
Dialing in your weapon for maximum efficiency. Smart.
Nice day for a picnic.
Sorry, heat leeches can turn into what?
Terramorphs. Giant carapace-encrusted tanks. Hence the new scanning protocols. On our watch, no heat leech enters this city. Understood?
Understood.
All right. Let's get at it then.
Gotta be honest, I like organize everything.
take care of any leeches on their ships. We don't want any terminals storming through here. Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
Captain Zoe. Hello. I am satisfied.
That was fun. Now what?
Read any good books lately? A Brief History of Time. If you find any edition, any at all, I will be your friend like forever.
For you.
Captain Zoe, greetings.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
Sometimes I just want to turn off the gravity.
It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
Solid work. Maybe you should be doing that for a living. Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's. Like, a lot.
Pressure holding. Take cruise.
Apogee complete. We're in orbit.
Smooth jump. Nice work.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. And we're done.
I might complain about landing here, but I have to admit, there is a sort of hidden beauty to the Martian landscape.
Used to think I was Vanguard material.
I need to find a real bar. You lost? Or just come to ask an out-of-work miner how his day's going? Only good thing worth talking about these days is sports. Speaking of, looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. You're damn right it is. I heard they were sending someone new. Nice to see you made it. I have information on a deal being proposed between Infinity Ltd and Deimos Stockyards. It's my belief that your employers would be highly interested in the details. So I'm upping my price. It's steep, yes. But that is why I'm also offering a little side job if you can't pay up.
Well, that's a bit of a steep price for the information. I think you're overreaching.
For this little tidbit? Believe me, I know exactly what this is worth. I suppose I can't argue with that. All right, I'll lower the price, but that's my final offer. Unless you may prefer the side job now? You're going to like it. As you may guess, being an informant is not without its risks. I've heard there's a merc in Saturn's orbit who'd like to cross my name off her list. Milai Liskova. If you take her out and bring me her gun as proof, I'll consider my fee to be waived.
Now wait a moment. I don't believe murdering bounty hunters was included with the corporate job description.
Good. Milai's ship is called the Datura, and like I said, you can find her in orbit around Saturn. Just remember...
How can I be of service, Captain? I have things for you. Escape trajectory plotted.
This right here is my catnip. Orbit reach.
me what you're doing here. I'll decide whether or not to strip you for salvage. Oh yeah? From what? You're the only thing around here that looks like a threat to me. So, give me one good reason why I shouldn't feed you to the void. Alright, who sent you? I'm not going to sit here and believe you found me to start threatening me out of convenience. I knew it. You'd think by now he'd realize how futile his efforts are. And you think you can somehow, what, get him to forget a 5-year grudge? Perhaps, but just how do you propose we manage that? Because I intend on staying very much alive. He wants the very thing that protects my life. Of course he does. He knows I would never... All right. You can have Ember. But you'll have to come aboard to get her. You have my word you won't be harmed, for whatever that's worth.
We should have a moment. When you have the time, of course.
Nice clean dock there.
I'm impressed Simon managed to find someone with guts to come after me. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that he wants Ember as proof of this. He knows I'd never part with her. The first time Ember and I met, she was pointed right at me. And then backfired on the gloating bastard who thought he'd won. She's saved my life more times than I care to remember. In my line of work, we're always in and out of the fire, if you know what I mean. We were a thing for a while, until the coward sold me out. I'm sure he regrets it, considering I survived the attempt on my life. And now, I live to blackmail him and make his life a living hell. So if Simon told you I wanted him dead, it's a lie. I want him very much alive and suffering. Oh, will you? You really think I'd let you just waltz onto my ship and I'd hand her over? If you knew anything about me, you'd know honesty isn't my strong suit. The only truth here is that I've intended to kill you since the moment you set foot on my ship. I'm pretty sure I've already made up my mind. Don't try to distract me. So you're the persistent type. Well, sorry to ruin your plans, but if I kill you, then I don't have to worry about that. Oh, I'm sure. Enough of this. I'm done talking. Hope there's a bounty on you.
Are you shooting at flies now?
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Ever since we talked about the Battle of Cassiopeia, I can't get what happened out of my mind. Was it that obvious? I thought I could handle these memories, but until I return to Cassiopeia, I'll never be able to put this to rest. I would like that. Actually, I need that. One problem, though. Pinpointing the crew's shuttle wreckage is going to be like trying to find a grain of salt in a sandbox. I think we need to start by locating my old campsite on Cassiopeia 1. What's there to tell? I survived. My crew didn't. Still, I'll never forget my finger hovering over that launch button. Would I launch safely, or explode into a fireball? It turned out that my shuttle had just enough power to allow an emergency landing on the planet's surface. I wouldn't call what I did a soft landing, but thank you all the same. Hold on. I don't know the exact location of my survival campsite. For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and see if we can get the information from my old friend, Admiral Logan. Your instincts are right on target. Logan and I butted heads more than once during my time with the Navigator Corps. We've never seen eye to eye. Look, I hope this isn't asking too much. Last thing I want to do is drag you into some kind of personal crusade. Thanks. I really needed a laugh. Truth is, I'm scared. When I set foot on Cassiopeia, I don't know if I'll be able to handle what I find. If I begin to fall apart, I'm going to need someone who can keep my spirits up. I know you will. You've always been there when I've needed your help. Why you continue to support me, I'll never understand. I don't know what to say. I've been so busy searching the stars for answers. I've overlooked what's been in front of me all this time. True love. Something I've seriously considered sharing with you for a long time. Just not ready. Not yet. You're right. I have. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I know you have a lot to do. I really appreciate your offer to visit Cassiopeia. Hopefully, it'll bring me the closure that I've needed for far too long. Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
Now you can see why UC Marines that get sent here consider this posting a punishment.
Think I was Vanguard material.
Look who survived the devil herself. Well, either that or you decided to pay up. So, that lying she-devil finally got what's coming to her. I've been looking over my shoulder for the past 5 years now, just wondering when she'd show up to put a bullet in my chest. I haven't given it much thought. The truth is, I never thought I'd see it. The only thing I know for sure is that I'm sure as hell not going to use it. Just allow an old man a moment. It's strange. I always imagined I'd be happy knowing she's gone. Perhaps I've been running so long now that it will just take time for the relief to set in. You know, why don't you keep that gun of hers? I think it's time I left the past behind. Yes, let's. Enough about the past. The information I have is on a deal for something called Project Dominion. I'm giving you 2 slates. They contain surveillance and interaction data for Stanley McMillan, the Infinity rep, that I obtained myself. I'm also giving you a 3rd slate because you're going to need to download the files on Project Dominion off his computer yourself. Nice doing business with you.
What the hell are you doing in this dump of a city anyway? You draw the short stick at work or what?
Infinity sent me to get Deimos to bite on a deal. He's even got a catchy code name. Project Dominion.
Sounds like world domination to me, buddy. I'd buy into that in a heartbeat.
Right? I'm telling you, this Project Dominion is the real deal. We ought to be selling this to Inception or Quantum.
Hell, you should be in the Astro Lounge making Ryujin Industries beg for that tech.
Ha! That'd be the greatest irony of them all, but not this baby. Dominion is finally gonna put Infinity first. We'll beat Ryujin at their own game.
perhaps we'll have the pleasure of doing business again. The guy thinks he's too good for Sidonia. Thinks he's smart, but... You have his schedule now, so you decide. Maybe you steal his access. Maybe you feed him a line and he hands off. Just don't do anything to bring security. The data slate is Stanley's general itinerary. He keeps a... The audio slate recorded my, Obviously it paid off. Oh. And, if you listen to it, no comments on my southern accent. I'm working on it.
What the hell are you doing in this dump of a city anyway? You draw the short stick at work or what?
Infinity sent me to get Deimos to bite on a deal. He's even got a catchy code name. Project Dominion.
Sounds like world domination to me, buddy. I'd buy into that in a heartbeat.
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that... a hell of a lucrative contract.
Stay away from the 6th.
Me? You want to go?
Greetings, Captain.
I have things for you.
Prepare for liftoff.
for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
If we want to find a place to stay while we're here, I've heard that the Hotel Voli is top-notch. Absolutely gorgeous statue. The craftsmanship, it's unparalleled. I wonder if it was hand-carved.
Got my eye on you.
Well, that took longer than expected. I hope whatever information Simon had was worth it. So sure of yourself, are you? Give me a moment to run a decryption. Let's see. Got the key, deciphering, and done. Well, well, well. Looks like our friend Simon wasn't joking. This is a sales initiative for Project Dominion. It's not an Infinity Ltd design. It's one of ours. They didn't even bother to scrub the name, meaning someone never thought they'd get caught. Come with me. Masako needs to hear about this.
Don't cause any trouble.
Hey,
Ularu? What is this about? Who is this?
This is our latest junior operative. I sent them on assignment to rendezvous with an informant. But here's the real news. Infinity Ltd has gotten their hands on Project Dominion.
Impossible.
Not only that, they're trying to sell it under their own name.
Of course they are. We need fines to investigate this immediately. Since you found this information, I am trusting you to help investigate. You see, Project Dominion is confidential. It requires a high security clearance to even know it exists. If Infinity Ltd has obtained any information on it, that means we have a very well-connected mole within our corporation. Exactly. I want you to go see Dalton Fines, our chief security officer. I'll send him the details. You've brought an enormous security violation to our attention, so I trust your help in any way possible. And thank you. Some operatives may have seized this as an opportunity for extortion. It's good to know your loyalty lies with us.
Dalton's going to be on the job hunt if he can't figure this one out.
Dalton.
Ah, the lovely Miss Amada. How can I help?
Cut the crap, Dalton. I'm sending an operative your way, along with some files to your computer.
I'll be ready.
Not for this one, but I trust you'll get it done.